This is a presentation of a Beale Street note on the Beale Street Walk of Fame. And for those of you that may not know what that is, when you walk up and down Beale Street, if you look down at the street in the concrete, embedded in the concrete, are these beautiful, heavy, well-engraved brass notes. And this program started over 30 years ago. John Elkington, who was the developer of Beale Street, started the program. And it was started in order to honor the Memphis music family, those people who have made significant contributions to Memphis music and to Beale Street. And it kind of traces the history of Beale Street and Memphis music, and is kind of a representation of literally the amazing artists that call Memphis home. And you know, we are the birthplace of rock and roll. We are the home of the blues, but on the street, these notes represent every genre of music. And whether it's country or blues or soul or jazz or opera, there is no other city in the world that has the quality, the quantity of amazing artists as Memphis, Tennessee. It's been 30 years and we have 209 notes embedded in Beale Street. This is 210. And you can see the quality of what I'm talking about. I mean, we're just, after 30 years, we're finally getting around to Bobby Whitlock. For God's sake, should have been, in the top 10. And I see a number of brass notes winners in the audience, and we appreciate all of you for what you've done. A lot of the notes that we give, we call to the Memphis music family, and they may not be people that were born in Memphis, but they all have that thing in common that they had to come through Memphis. That was the most important part of their career. That's where they learned their chops. That's where it all started for them. And today, if you go anywhere in the world and you say you're a musician from Memphis, Tennessee, that's instant credibility. That means something. But we're particularly excited today for Bobby Whitlock because not only does all that apply for him, but he was born here and he grew up here in Memphis and in this area. And he started at Stax when he was 16 or before. And so it's not just that he came through and, well, we got a little something in the barbecue sauce that makes you a great musician, but he was born here. It's in his blood, everything that he does, and everywhere he goes, even today. He has traveled the world as a representative of Memphis music, because wherever he goes, he's Bobby Whitlock from Memphis, Tennessee, and it's our pleasure to honor him for that today. So we want to get things kicked off, and so I'm going to introduce our host today, who is going to tell you a little bit more about Bobby. So here's Chris Cordevellis.
Hi, I want to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. We're really excited about doing this for Bobby today. When Sharon and I met about 20 years ago, we were drawn to each other for our mutual love of music. And soon she took me down to Austin, where she had lived the previous 20 years, and I wanted to show me their culture and their music. And so while we were there, her friend invited us to a private show at a radio station, and the guests that day were Bobby Whitlock and Coco Carmel. That's when I met Bobby and got to know that he was from Memphis and learned about his history. And so when we got back to Memphis, we realized that he didn't have a note on Beale Street. So after growing up and listening to and playing music, and with his talent making the sound his own and taking it to the world, we thought he should have a note on Beale Street. So Sharon made it her mission to correct that omission. And if you know Sharon, when she gets a hold of something, she doesn't let go until she makes it happen. So I want to thank the Beale Street Music Note Commission for bringing Bobby Whitlock to Memphis and giving him his note. When we found out that that this was going to happen, I got a hold of the new administration at the mayor's office and let them know what was happening. And they wanted to give a proclamation to Bobby for this. So they've given it to me to present to him as well. Let me bring Bobby up here and let him see what we have to say. Bobby, come on up here. All right. All right. Okay. This is the proclamation from the city of Memphis. And it says, whereas Bobby Whitlock, an American singer, songwriter, and musician, born on March 18th, 1948 in Memphis, Tennessee, has left an indelible mark on the world of music. And whereas Bobby Whitlock is most renowned for his pivotal role as member of the blues rock and band Derek&The Dominoes, alongside the legendary Eric Clapton during the years 1970 and 71, and whereas Bobby Whitlock's musical journey began in Memphis, where he learned to play the Hammond organ, peering over Booker T's shoulder at Stax Studio, and forged friendships with iconic acts associated with Stax Records, including Albert King, Sam and Dave, the Staples Singers, and Booker T and the MGs, becoming the first white artist signed to the Stax label. And whereas Bobby Whitlock career soared when he joined Delaney and Bonnie and Friends in 1968, leading to the significant collaborations, including recording sessions for George Harrison, his album All Things Must Pass, and the formation of Derek&The Dominoes. And whereas Bobby Whitlock significant contributions to the music industry include co-writing several tracks on the Derek&The Dominoes critically acclaimed Layla and other associated love songs, such as Layla, Tell the Truth, Bell Bottom Blues, and Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad? And whereas Bobby Whitlock's musical journey has spanned decades, marked by the recording of several solo albums in the 1970s and continued collaborations with esteemed musicians such as Eric Clapton, Dr. John, and the Rolling Stones. And whereas after a hiatus, Bobby Whitlock returned to music in 1999 and currently delights audiences with performances alongside his wife, Coco Carmel. It says, now, therefore, I, Paul A. Young, Mayor of the City of Memphis, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim that we recognize and honor Bobby Whitlock. I further recognize his immense contributions to the music industry and his talent, dedication, and enduring legacy that continues to inspire generations of musicians and music lovers alike. In testimony whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Memphis to be affixed this 19th day of May, 2024. Mayor Paul A. Young. We love Bobby, and now I can say without a doubt that Memphis loves Bobby Whitlock.
That's awesome. I came up too early, didn't I?
No, I want you to be here to hear all this.
Yeah, I can get up here and share.
I got another one for you, though.
You got another one?
Yeah, because I talked to Steve Cohen, and he wanted to do a proclamation as well.
Oh, wow.
So this is from the House of Representatives.
What?
And it says,
Member of Congress.
yeah, United States House of Representatives proclamation by Congressman Steve Cohen, 9th District, Tennessee. Whereas on behalf of the citizens of the 9th Congressional District of Tennessee, it is my distinct honor to pay tribute to singer, songwriter, and musician Bobby Whitlock on receiving the distinguished Beale Street brass note on the Walk of Fame. And it has, whereas having begun his musical career in Memphis, Whitlock has since made significant contributions to the music industry. The Beale Street brass note on the Walk of Fame is a deserving honor and tribute to a stellar musician who helped to launch Memphis as the mecca for blues and R&B music. It goes on to list the other history very similar to this one, and at the bottom it says, "Now therefore be it resolved that I, Steve Cohen, member of Congress, along with the citizens of the 9th Congressional District of Tennessee, pay tribute to Memphis's own Bobby Whitlock on this 19th day of May, 2024. So here's the study of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations, Bobby.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Say something
it's
there?
all up to you, Bobby. At your stage, thank you for coming.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Now, my daddy stood behind the pulpit all the time, but he never received anything like this. This is pretty amazing. I'm grateful, and about all I can say is thank you very much. And with this congressman, all this kind of thing, you know, this has got to be hung on the wall with all the whereas and therefores and all that. That had to come from somebody that's been to college, you know. I just want to say thank you to all of y'all for coming, taking the time out of your life to come share this moment with me. And that's where I have this deep debt of gratitude. I said that one time and I said, deep grit of gratitude. Yeah, thank you all. And I got a song I'll play for you. It's about, I just finished it. Not anybody's really heard it, except whoever saw the news. Coco recorded it, and I didn't realize it was going to go all over the planet, you know. But it's called Walking on Beale Street.
Walking down Beale Street, walking my blues away,
Beale Street Walk of Fame is
lost in the crowd. Sweet inspiration is all around.
Go down memory lane a little bit. A lot of you already know, I'm sure. State of Tennessee Proclamation, where it is our privilege to recognize those talented individuals who have made invaluable contributions to the music of this state and thus enriched the lives of their fellow citizens. Whereas one such individual is American singer, songwriter, and musician Bobby Whitlock, who will soon be immortalized along Beale Street with a brass note Walk of Fame, with a brass note in his own that places him among the many talented individuals who have helped put Memphis music and Beale Street on the world map. Whereas Memphis native Bobby Whitlock began his musical career with Memphis soul acts such as Sam and Dave, Booker T and the MGs, before joining Delaney and Bunny and Friends in 1968. This association with Delaney and Bunny and bandmate Eric Clapton led to his participation in sessions for George Harrison 1970 triple album, All Things Must Pass, in London. You remember that?
I do remember well.
He remembers it well, so you all know I'm not lying, okay? Whereas later the same year, he and Eric Clapton formed the blues rock band Derek and the Dominoes on the band's sole studio album, Layla, Knock Me Off My Feet, Layla. Love that song, man. Tell you where I heard it. I was in Atlanta when I heard that song the first time, man, with my little brother. And other assorted love songs, Mr. Whitlock wrote or co-wrote 7 of 14 tracks, including Tell the Truth. That's something we all need to do. Bell Bottom Blues, and Why Does Love Got to Be So Sad? Whereas during the 1970s, Bobby Whitlock released 4 studio albums and contributed to albums by Eric Clapton, Dr. John, The Rolling Stones. I know y'all don't know these guys. After an extended hiatus, he released It's About Time in 1999. And whereas a prolific songwriter, Mr. Whitlock has penned songs that have been recorded by the likes of Lady Gaga, Ray Charles, Tom Jones, George Jones, Cher, and Sheryl Crow. And whereas in 2018, he expanded his creative repertoire and took up painting. In the years since, he has created over, check this out, 1,800 works. 1,800. Woo! Man, give it up, guys, come on. Give it up, baby. 1,800 works. Whereas Mr. Whitlock, manifold contribution to Memphis music has helped ensure that this art form and culture touched on will continue to thrive for generations to come. And whereas it is fitting that we honor Memphis blues legend Bobby Whitlock on this special occasion. Now, therefore, I, Cameron Sexton, Speaker of the House of the State of Representatives, 113th General Assembly of the State of Tennessee, at the request of and in conjunction with Representative Joe Towns, yours truly, do hereby proclaim that we congratulate Bobby Whitlock on the addition of his brass note to the Beale Street Brass Note Walk of Fame, extending our best wishes for this continued success. Proclaim 24th of May, signed by the Speaker of the House and yours truly. Y'all give it up for Bobby Whitlock. Bobby's in the house!
Oh man, thank you.
This is one for you.
Yeah. Thank all of y'all for coming to share this incredible moment in my journey, you know. And it's all started again. And I'm sure this will kick something else in, but I don't know what else I got to be kicked in, you know. My head maybe. Well, I'll tell you, this is a pretty amazing time for me. I'm glad I've been through everything I went through and survived myself. There was a lot of times I didn't think I was ever going to survive myself, but I managed to do that, and I'm truly blessed, and I'm so grateful just to be right here thinking of what to say, you know. But thank you all for taking the time out in your lives to come share this moment with me.
And they're stepping out on the town, holding hands, 2 by 2. Famous names on the ground, underneath their shoes. The warehouse is a barroom where music's in the air. Walking down Beale Street, wishing you were there. And that old man river keep rolling along, deep muddy water, and everybody's song. Walking down Beale Street in the pouring rain. Maybe one day I'll look down at my feet and see my name.